The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles franchise has gone through many ups and downs over the years, from animated movies to live-action reboots, and now it looks like another major shift is finally happening behind the scenes. A brand new live-action movie is reportedly moving forward at Paramount, and this time, the studio is bringing in one of the most well-known producers in Hollywood who helped shape massive blockbuster franchises. Fans who grew up watching Leo, Mikey, Donnie, and Raph fight villains and eat pizza have been waiting for something fresh, and this new direction might finally give them a movie that feels big, energetic, and modern. According to reports, producer Neil H. Moritz, who is famous for creating and producing the Fast and the Furious series, is now in talks to take charge of the new live-action Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles reboot. This is a huge shift because Moritz has built a career around producing action-packed, high-energy films that appeal to global audiences. And that experience might completely reshape how Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles returns to the big screen. His company, Original Films, is also expected to be heavily involved, with co-founder Toby Asher acting as a producer too. So instead of a small-scale family film, fans might get a bigger, more intense cinematic experience. This move comes at a time when Paramount is making major changes to the iconic franchise. In recent months, the studio seems to be restructuring the way it wants to move forward with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles projects. One of the biggest signs of this shift was when Paramount suddenly canceled Tales of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, a spin-off series connected to the recent animated movie Mutant Mayhem. The project was canceled halfway through production, surprising both fans and people working on the series. The showrunner Christopher Yost later confirmed that the remaining episodes that were already completed would still release, but the show will officially end afterward. He also mentioned that the final episodes are some of their best work, which makes the cancellation even more disappointing for fans who are excited to see the story continue. Not only was the spin-off series canceled, but another much talked about project known as The Last Ronin was also reportedly shut down. This movie was supposed to be a dark, R-rated adaptation of the popular comic book series of the same name, and director Ilya Naishuller was said to be in talks to take charge of it. The Last Ronin has a very different tone compared to traditional Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles content because it focuses on a lone surviving turtle in a darker, more emotional world. Many fans wanted this comic to get the gritty, serious live-action treatment it deserved, especially since superheroes and comic book adaptations are no longer limited to kid-friendly styles. The studio reportedly backed out because its new leadership did not want the first big live-action Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles film in over a decade to be dark, violent, or non-family friendly. Paramount still wants the franchise to appeal to younger audiences and families, which is why the R-rated approach was not approved. There are also insiders suggesting that even though the project is currently shelved, it might be reconsidered in the future once the studio reassesses its long-term plans. That means The Last Ronin is not officially dead forever. It just isn't a priority right now. Even though multiple projects have been canceled or paused, not everything in the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles universe is at risk. One upcoming movie that remains safe for now is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem 2, the sequel to the 2023 animated reboot produced by Seth Rogen, Evan Goldberg, and Jeff Rowe. And the sequel still holds its release date in September 17, 2027. The first film received positive reactions for its unique animation style, humor, and fresh take on the characters. So many fans are hoping the sequel will further grow that universe instead of be a rival of Neil H. Moritz creates a major contrast between these different creative paths. On one side, the animated movies under Seth Rogen are fun, stylish, and targeted toward younger audiences while still attracting older fans. On the other side, a live-action reboot under a Fast and Furious-style producer could bring a more cinematic, action-heavy approach. This could create two different but successful lanes for the franchise, similar to how DC or Marvel run multiple versions of their characters. Right now, it is still early, and many details about the live-action reboot have not been revealed. There is no information yet about casting, storyline director, or whether the Turtles will be CGI, costumed actors, or a blend of both. But what is clear is that Paramount wants to rebuild the franchise from scratch and make it exciting again after years of mixed reactions and canceled projects. Fans still talk about past movies like the 1990 classic trilogy, the 2014 Michael Bay-produced films, and multiple animated versions, which shows how long-lasting the brand is. Now the question is whether the new team can finally balance nostalgia, action, humor, and modern storytelling. This new reboot might also mean a fresh start for the villains, supporting characters, and world building. Shredder, Splinter, April O'Neil, Casey Jones, and Krang could all return with new designs and updated storylines. The franchise has a massive universe with countless characters, so this reboot could explore deeper lore rather than retelling the same origin story again. Fans might also see bigger world building similar to how Marvel and Transformers connect multiple storylines across projects. Paramount seems to be aiming for long-term planning instead of isolated films that do not lead anywhere. If the reboot performs well, it could lead to sequels, spin-offs, and an expanded universe. This is especially likely since Neil H. Moritz specializes in franchises that stretch across multiple films like Fast and Furious and Sonic the Hedgehog adaptations. His involvement signals that this is not just a one-time experiment. Paramount may be planning an entire new era for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Despite the behind-the-scenes chaos, the franchise is still valuable, popular, and recognizable worldwide. Every generation discovers TMNT in a new format, whether through games, cartoons, comics, or films. And with a major Hollywood producer now stepping in, the Turtles could return to the spotlight in a way that feels big, bold, and fresh. This reboot could be the movie that finally unites lifelong fans who grew up with the 80s and 90s versions and new fans who found the Turtles through the latest animated movie. It might deliver action, heart, humor, and modern storytelling while still staying true to the spirit of four mutant brothers fighting crime and sharing pizza. Right now, fans will just have to wait for more updates, casting announcements, teasers, and posters to get a clearer picture of what direction the movie will take. But one thing is certain, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is far from over. It is evolving once again, and this new reboot could be a major turning point that decides the future of the entire franchise. With the combination of nostalgia, Hollywood talent, and a major studio push, this new live-action film could end up becoming one of the most talked about reboots in the coming years. And while fans might still be disappointed about canceled projects like Tales of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and The Last Ronin, the possibility of a massive new cinematic universe gives them plenty to look forward to. The franchise may have struggled recently with sudden cancellations and mixed creative visions, but now it looks like a new plan is finally taking shape, one that could lead the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles into a powerful comeback. Right now, all eyes are on what Neil H. Moritz will bring to the table, how Paramount will handle the reboot, and whether this new direction will honor the franchise's legacy while giving fans a new and exciting experience. If this movie succeeds, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles could be heading toward one of their biggest eras yet,